All right. Good day, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. Today we bring you a public service announcement in conjunction with our good friend at Corsair Trainers, the official training officer of the coming struggle. So you've been watching. Corsair Trainers been trying to get a point across lately, and I think he might be meeting some resistance, or people are just a little too caught up in maybe missing the overall big picture, or not focus on general preparedness, maybe focus a little bit too much on the specific thing. But what has Corsair been doing if you haven't been noticing? Corsair has been talking about the Great Field Protective Mask, MBC mask, gas mask, whatever you want to call it, imploring people to be prepared, right? And I am here to echo that call from post more distance to the guardhouse than my own. Yeah, get yourself a gas mask, people. It is, I implore you to find yourself whatever version you can get a hold of. They've come out with this, for a good 10 years now, the military has been switching over to the new version. I think it's an M17. I might be wrong. I can't remember. It's been a while. But they converted to that new system. So all these older ones are all in surplus. Plus you got the Israeli model, Finnish. All those are out there. There's no reason to go buy another round, another MRE, another thing that you've already got a 50 or 100 of if you don't have a mask, if you don't have a gas mask. As I commented on Corsair's channel, I think on the first video he did about this, was the funny thing is people that don't really have a likelihood of needing to protect themselves from chemical agents are probably more likely to have it than those who are in direct conflict zones. As we've discussed, people that are around areas where chemical agents would be used regularly by the authorities, let's put it that way, those people are probably less likely. And of course, I went into a rant and a tirade about how a lot of the opposition forces seem to be well versed in the use of these things in some of our recent history of their documented use of these in preparation for the coming struggle. So just want to emphasize that if you're not watching Corsair Trainer, you're missing out. Again, the official trainer of the coming struggle. But couple just real quick things. So the basic mask, excellent. You definitely get yourself one. Get the filters. These are 40 millimeter filters that are standard NATO. They fit in all the NATO surplus brands you might find for Israeli or Finnish, Swedish. I'm not sure who else makes a couple of variants, but they're out there. Look for the 40 millimeter canister. That's the type that fits that. A couple things that come with your NATO gas mask, though, to look for. Obviously, well, maybe not obviously, but having the container, the case that it comes with is important. Having a protective case and just something to store it in is important. But also, the second skin that comes and fits over the outside of the face mask is important in real legit chemical warfare, because a lot of the caustic agents start to eat through the outside of your mask. This is a second skin to allow that to be able to be removed before that eats through your regular mask. So that's a good thing for the big events when the balloon really goes up. Get you one of those if it comes with it. Ask for it. If it's a true surplus, it should come with all these accessories. Another one is a second chance lens cover. Have one left and right, and they'll come in clear, and they'll also come in smoked for basically sunglass version for all that use in the desert, in the high desert, right? But these are going to be very important in the coming struggle, because we know the opposition likes to throw stuff. So this gives you a chance to prevent the outer lens, the inner lens, from getting broken. You can replace this second chance lens easily, whatnot. So keeps your main mask from getting damaged is the big reason for these. And it can be anything from a projectile being thrown at you to shrapnel or whatever. This helps you have that ability to save your mask. So look for those items when you are going to get your protective mask for the coming struggle, as I am imploring you to do. So, just a quick message, go check out Corsair Trainer. I'll put links to his videos below if you don't know who he is. But again, if you've been looking for something for yourself for Christmas and you're worried about paying 75 cents a round for ammo and you don't have a mask, you're in the wrong. That's the bottom line. Another thing I wanted to emphasize, going back to those at most risk are least likely to have it, but even if you're not in a main conflict zone where chemical agents could be used, I would remind you or ask you to look into, if you're more removed from populous centers like myself, how many shipments of chlorine, ammonia, and other caustic agents get trucked by your neighborhood, your development, your highway regularly. That's what these things really come in handy for in a preparedness mindset, is those types of things. Also, wildfires, anything with do with smoke, definitely handy. A lot of times we get away with not having to use these things in really peacetime, but in the coming struggle, when a wildfire is kicking off, because we know the opposition likes to set stuff on fire for their agenda, and you still got to be out and getting work done, this is going to be something you need. I think Adventurous Guide to Galaxy could probably emphasize some of this a little bit better. But just because you're removed from populous centers doesn't have a high use. But if you're definitely in the conflict zones, definitely get you one, as Corsair Trainer has tried to be emphasizing. So, no excuse. Stop buying ammo. Cut back on your training just a little bit if you don't have one of these, for basically everybody, right? So another of those things, save that Christmas cash that you get in your cards or whatever. I don't know who you are, but somebody out there needs this message. Prep hard, live free.